you to them for looking after, and we pay our respects to the elders, past, present and emerging. Would anyone like to...
Well, I'm standing on the Tunbridge Oval, which the students had affectionately described as having turned a shade of grammar gold, or brown. But it's now lovely to see the couch grass turning green again as the weather warms up. It will need to be oversown and tidied up for the summer, and then we'll oversow it again with ryegrass so it remains green year round. The scoreboard has now been installed, so the McIver Memorial Scoreboard will serve as a great feature not just during games, but we'll also be able to have outdoor assemblies and use it as a screen for those assemblies. The last feature to be added is the net between us and Forest Street that will protect cars from balls flying over the fence. I'm standing here and it's wet. I've got the umbrella up because it's raining again in Ballarat, and we're conscious of those members of our community who have been impacted by flood. I was talking to one farmer recently with some of the best crops that they've seen in their lifetime, some of the highest input costs that they've seen in their lifetime, and that crop is now underwater and likely to die. It is just devastating. We are here to walk every step of the way through this flood crisis with every member of our community. Please be in contact to let us know so that we can help you. After all the disconnectedness of the last 2 years, it's been such a delight to reconnect with so many different members of our school community. We have had 2 different sets of reunions, the ones that we would normally have had for last year at the end of the holidays, and then on Saturday night we had over 220 graduates for our 10, 20, 30 and 40 year reunions. On Friday, in contrast, we had our 50 plus year reunion for those who had left the school 50 or more years ago, and a thoroughly enjoyable luncheon for all involved. But it was terrific to meet Nan Cook, who at 92 still reminisces fondly of her time at Queen's. We also have had graduation ceremonies for our Year 12s with the unique Seed to Tree Leavers Eucharist, where each member of the Year 12 cohort is presented with a sapling by one of our preps in a thoroughly moving occasion. Then on the same day, for the first time, we moved our graduation ceremony to before the exams, where each student walked across the stage and received their graduation certificate. And my goodness me, if that wasn't big enough for them, Highland Cathedral and the bagpipes caused many emotions as they finished their final ceremony for the year. We wish them all the very best for their upcoming exams and look forward to celebrating one last time with them at their valedictory dinner. For our students in the junior school, there's much excitement as they prepare for the junior school production. We've got our students in Year 9 enjoying for the first time in 3 years the full 3-week City Site experience with the second group currently at City Site this week. And our Year 8s have enjoyed a camp on Eildon with the Murray flood. It was moved to there, and terrific camps for them both, albeit with the second group slightly curtailed by heavy rains. We're looking forward to a great term ahead for all of our students, with so many of our usual activities back on offer now that we're back in full swing. I'm here with Deputy Head of Middle School, Chris Beachy. Welcome, Chris. Exciting news afoot though, because we're into the second week of an extraordinary adventure for some of our Year 9 students.
We are indeed. We've got 15 Year 9 students who started up in the hills behind Lake Eildon, and they hiked up there for 4 or 5 days. Currently canoeing across Eildon. We've had to modify the experience because of the weather, but OEG and Mr. Dave Merritt have done a terrific job of that. And we have them out there for 15 days. They'll finish their experience cycling down towards Melbourne. And the reason we're doing that is because there's really good evidence that you send students for extended periods of time away from family, away from school, in that 2-3 week period, and they start to really change.
Yeah. So that depth of reflection that comes with having a really contrasting experience to their normal and everyday lives. Now, you've done some surveying of our community with regards to Year 8 in the context of outdoor education. What's the voice telling us?
So we've spoken to students, to staff and to parents, and we run, and we're really proud of our outdoor ed program here at Grammar, with 2 camps at Year 7, 1 at Year 8, 1 at Year 9, and things like the outdoor experience extended journey coming online.
As well as all those junior school camps and experiences. So from about Year 3, really, they're on camp every year at least once.
Yep, and we also are in the process of reintroducing the service trips, like one to Thailand that we've just been in discussions about for 2023, and the Timber Creek trip Year 8s have just got back from. So there's a lot to celebrate, but we don't want to stop there. And feedback we've received is that there is a real appetite to send Year 8 students out for an extended period of time, potentially 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks. We're still looking at what that looks like, and out into the environment, small group of students, again, away from the structures of the school classroom and school environment, to really stretch them and grow.
Well, we look forward to hearing more exciting things afoot.
Indeed.
Thanks, Chris. Well, I'm standing in front of a number of the artworks of our Year 12 students, Year 11 and 12 students from the VCE Art and Design Exhibition, showcasing what an extraordinary design journey they've each been on. This follows closely on the foot of the Junior School Art Exhibition, which again was a fantastic showcase of creativity for our junior school students and of course our SEED students who had some artworks in there as well. I wanted to mention the changes to the Victorian Certificate of Applied Learning, or VCAL as we refer to it in its abbreviated form, which is to become the VCE vocational major from the beginning of 2023. The restructure allows students to focus more intensively on the things that are important for them in that course of study, whilst also combining with things like early starting of apprenticeships. It's a great opportunity and a terrific reform, and brings VCAL into the mainstream as VCE vocational major. We're looking forward to the changes, and we're very grateful to our VCAL, soon to be VCE vocational major team, for all the work that they've done in bringing these changes together. Well, I'm standing in the recently completed renovations to Woodbridge, and this area is another common space for our students to enjoy one another's company and just relaxing. And we've got the garden refurbished, commemorating the significant contribution of former Queen's teacher Fanny Abrams. And gee, I'm grateful to our archivists, Dr. Ross and Nola Squire, for their help and support of us every step of the way in making sure that our history is accurately recorded and presented to our community. Thank you, Nola and Ross. Our next major piece of capital works, of course, is the Wintrill project, and we're aiming to commence that gymnasium extension in the middle of next year. We wanted to congratulate our junior school students on winning the National Story Award for Wakakiri, and also Darcy Hedrick, as well as 7 other of our junior school students for making the national selection for the Junior School Mathematics Awards, with Darcy taking a national prize for his investigation into sheep, cattle or cropping, which are the more lucrative. Well done, Darcy. Well, we're looking forward to a great remainder of the term with our Year 7s heading on camp shortly, that junior school production for all members of our junior school community coming up, and of course moving into Head Start, which is the transition into next year's programs for all students in Year 7 to 11, which commences in week 7 of this term, giving them a 3-week program of preparation for their studies in the following year. And that's particularly beneficial to our VCE students, who have then more time for a revision at the end of their VCE studies the following year. But it also gives those who are new to our school a tremendous opportunity for a 3-week taster program in the school that they'll be joining next year. Wishing you and your family a great finish to the year, and we look forward to seeing you at one of our end of year events.